Hello everyone, thank you for watching Edupedia World. So in this video we learn about the different SAP System Directories in Unix. Okay, now SAP System Directories. An SAP system contains the following types of directories. So we have physically shared directories, logically shared directories and the local directories. So what are physically shared directories? These reside on the global host and are shared by the network file system NFS. Okay, so in Unix, in Windows we have directories. So in Unix we have file systems, and in that file systems we have different directories. Okay, so physically shared directories are the ones which reside on the global host, and these are shared by the network file system NFS. The logically shared directories, these reside on the local host with symbolic links to the global host, and local directories are the ones which reside on the local host. So here I have given a pictorial view so that you can understand better. Now, the standard system directories for an SAP ABAP system, Unicode or non-Unicode. So, if the ABAP system is Unicode or non-Unicode, and it is based on SAP NetWeaver 7.0 or lower. Okay, so here the physically shared directories, the logical ones and the local directories. So we have /root, okay, that is the topmost directory. Root is the parent directory in Unix. Okay, so similarly AIX and Linux also it will be the same. AIX, Linux, Unix, these are nothing but these are different flavors of Unix operating system. Okay, so we have /root. So in that we have two major directories. We have SAP MNT and USR. So SAP MNT is physically shared one, and USR SAP. Here also we have again two, trans and SAP SID. So trans again comes into the physically shared directories. So in this SAP we have SAP SID, that is the system ID, okay, like ABC, XYZ, whatever it is, and that has n number of directories. We have sys, for each instance we have a corresponding directories, okay, and we have the central services, okay, because it's an ABAP, it is ASCS and the instance number. So don't get confused. So major we have under root we have SAP MNT and USR SAP. So in USR SAP we have trans and SAP SID. So trans and SAP MNT, everything goes into the physically shared directories. In SAP MNT we have again the SAP SID, we have global, profile and EXE. So this global, profile and EXE are the physically shared directories for an SAP system. These three are common. They are located on the host, the central host, and they are shared across all the other hosts in that SAP system through NFS. Similarly, trans, USR SAP trans also. Now, USR SAP SID has this. For each application server we have one subdirectory. Okay, this is the central, the primary application server, and these are the other additional application servers, and this is the central services one. So now each application server we have four major directories: log, data, work and exe. Okay, so these are common across each instance and the central services, okay, directory. In the sys we have global, profile, exe. So these three, global, profile, exe, are same here also. Now, so this is the physically shared directories. These are logically shared and these are local directories. They are local for each of the instance. This red arrows indicate symbolic links, and the dashed one, it indicates replication by SAP CPE. So this global, profile and exe, we have symbolic links from here. Now, if the SAP NetWeaver is 7.0 or lower, in exe we have run, OPT and DBG. Okay, so this run is connected to DBG and it's connected to this exe. So we have symbolic links. A link is nothing but if you connect two directories through a symbolic link, that means that the contents are shared. So as of now, you think like if I am connecting one directory to another directory through a symbolic link, then the two directories they share the same contents. So just keep in your mind what are the important directories under root. Okay, so which ones are physically shared and which ones are logically shared and which ones are local directories. So don't worry much about this convention. The more important thing is like we need to know what are the directories present. So USR SAP SID, for each instance we have different directories. Similarly for the central services one, in that you have 4 major subdirectories: log, data, work and exe. Sys, we have global profile exe. Similarly SAP M&D SID, we have global profile exe, and this is shared by a symbolic link. Okay, now this is ABAP system Unicode or non-Unicode, 7.0 or lower. From 7.1 everybody knows like SAP has made some architectural changes. Okay, so in an ABAP system, architecture wise there is no change, but here in the file systems there is a slight modification. Here if you compare these two pictures, everything is same. Okay, you have root, you have USR SAP SID, you have trans, USR SAP trans, you have SAP M&D SID, it has global profile exe. Similarly here also Sys has global profile exe. So here you have for each instance we have different subdirectories. We have the central services subdirectory, and from 7.1 and higher we have one more subdirectory because we have one more instance. That is ERS number. Okay, this is mandatory for high availability. So ERS in the instance number. So here also the subdirectories are same. You have log, data, work, exe. Here you have global profile exe. But in this exe, SAP has made some changes. We have exe run, opt and dbg. But now it has only code page, and that is mapped to this code page. Okay, so from here the replication is made to the local instances. Earlier from the logically shared directory the replication was made to each of the instance, but here from the physically shared directory the replication of exe is made to each of the instance. So that's why when you do any kernel upgrade or anything, you update everything here. USR SAP SID sys exec run. Okay, so that's what we know where we go into the kernel upgrade. So here now we will do an exe code page. So even though we do the kernel update it on the logically shared directory sys, okay, so after kernel upgrade you can log on from any instance at the OS level to check the kernel level, or you can log on to any instance from the SAP GUI to check the kernel level. It will immediately reflect the new kernel. How? Because each of the instance directory has exe, and that exe is always kept in sync with the physically or the logical shared exe, depending upon the level. Okay, so here also from this exe always these exes are updated. Here also each instance exe is always updated from the physically shared exe. It's always kept in sync. Replication by SAP CPE. So here we have additional ERS subdirectory. That's it. Rest all are same. So this is about ABAP system, whether it can be Unicode or non-Unicode. Okay, so from 7.1 and higher you have a slight modification. You have one more subdirectory ERS and the instance number, and here under exe you don't have run, opt and dbg, you just have code page. Okay, so that's it. That's the only difference. Rest all is it's same. Now we go to the dual stack, the standard system directories for an SAP dual stack, that is ABAP plus Java system. Now a dual stack can be Unicode or non-Unicode. Okay, how it is Unicode or non-Unicode? It depends upon the ABAP system whether it's Unicode or non-Unicode. The Java systems are always Unicode. Okay, so the standard SAP directories for a dual stack ABAP plus Java are based on NetWeaver 7.0. Okay, the standard SAP directories for a dual stack, okay, ABAP plus Java. Now here, if ABAP is Unicode, Java by default is Unicode. Now 7.0 or lower. Here the top structures are same: USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans, SAP M&D SID. This has global profile exe. So if it's 7.0 or lower, we have exe global profile, exe has run opt dbg. Because it's a dual stack, we have the central services for the Java stack also. So we have an additional directory, SCS and ASCS. Okay, now the subdirectories, if you go, each of the instance, because it's a Java stack, it has an additional directory J2EE. Okay, the central services, they just have log, work, data and exe, whereas the application server directories, they have log, work, data, exe with J2EE. Rest all is same. So here also the replication is made from the exe under sys, and this we here the logically shared directories and the physically shared directories under sys and SAP SID are connected through symbolic links. So here this is Unicode, ABAP Unicode, Java Unicode. This is the structure. Now here ABAP is non-Unicode, but Java is by default Unicode. This is how the structures are. This is 7.0 or lower. So here under exe under sys you have an additional directory Unicode. Rest all are same. Okay. If it's ABAP is non-Unicode, so under exe we have additional directory Unicode. Okay, so that's the only change. Rest all remain the same. Okay. Now the final one is 7.1 and higher dual stack. Okay, so here 7.1 and higher, when you go for a dual stack, they are always Unicode. Okay, so here because it's 7.1 and higher, you have each application server has its own directory. You have, because it's a dual stack, you have central services for ABAP, ABAP and Java, and you have ERS for high availability. So here exe has only code page. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay, so this and this are same. But here you have, because it's a dual stack, you have an additional subdirectory for the Java central services, and each of the application server, because it's dual stack, you have log, data, work and exe and J2EE also. That's the addition. Okay, so these whatever pictures I have given here, they are self-explanatory. Okay, so I have presented like what are the directories, the structures, okay, the structure and the directories of SAP System Unix. Okay, AIX also it's the same, so there is no change. So just keep in your mind whether the version is 7.0 or lower, or whether it's ABAP and Java or only ABAP. So they start from root, USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans, SAP MND SID. These are the major directories. So under them what all types of subdirectories we have. Okay, so that you can check from these pictures. Okay, so this is the latest one which I am presenting here. Okay, so 7.1 and higher and 7.0 and lower. So this is a good video, so you can just have a quick reference to check like what the snapshot of directories of an SAP system in a Unix, and the same you can check from the SAP level from using the transaction AL11. Okay, so you can check the directories and the contents by logging directly into the OS level. You can connect to the SAP system through Telnet and you can check them. However, from SAP, from AL11 also you can check them. Okay, so this is about the standard SAP system directories of an SAP system in a Unix platform. Okay, so this USR SAP trans, it's used for the TMS, transport management system, and we have USR SAP SID. In this we have the sys, and we have one directory for each of the instance. Okay, so this is the one which is logically shared. Okay, so this red arrows, they denote the symbolic links. So this also has global profile exe, and here exe has run opt and dbg. So these three are again attached through a symbolic link to the physically shared directory, and the local directories are the one like we have for each of the instance we have one directory. Okay, so this is the primary application server where you have all the services DBE, BMGS and the instance number. Similarly, you have the other application servers, they start with D, instance number, and this is the one, okay, this ASC is the central services instance, okay, the instance number. Okay, so this is the naming convention. In each each of these directories we have 4 subdirectories: log, data, work, exe. Okay, and this replication, see this black arrow denotes replication by SAP CPD process. That's why you do a kernel upgrade on the USR SAP SID sys exit run. Okay, here you do. Okay, so that is kept in sync with all the other exe directories on all the other directories of all the other instances. Okay, they may reside on the same host or on a different host. Okay, so this is attached through a symbolic link, and here the replication is made by SAP CPE process. Okay, so just this is the main structure. Okay, in the other slides also we will see there are only slight changes. Okay, but however this is the main structure. Okay, you have slash, that is the root USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans. You have root SAP MNT SID. In SAP MNT SID you have global profile exe. In USR SAP trans you have other subdirectories like data, co-files, bin, log, and all these things. Okay, and in USR SAP SID you have sys, and for each of the instance you have one subdirectory, and then you have this one, the central services. Okay, for that instance also you have a separate directory. Now this also contains global profile exe. This is attached through a symbolic link to the physically shared one. The exe from the sys to the other exe which resides in the instance one, that replication is made through SAP CPE process. Okay, so each of the instance subdirectory has 4 subdirectories: log, data, work, exe. ABAP system, it can be a Unicode or non-Unicode based on SAP NetWeaver 7.0 until 7.0. Now same ABAP SAP NetWeaver 7.1 and higher. Okay, now we'll see what are the changes which are made. So we have root, basic structure is same. Root, we have physically, logically, locally shared directories. Root is there. You have SAP MNT SID, USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans. Okay, here only one minor change is made. Okay, so here in exe we have run, OPT, and DBG. Okay, here in exe we have only the code page. Okay, so this is again attached through a same like a symbolic link to the physically shared directories, and here the SAP CPE replication is made from the physically shared directories to the local directories. Okay, the exe in the local directories. Here the SAP CPE replicates the exe from the logically shared sys to exe on the instance subdirectories. However, here the SAP CPE replication is made from the SAP MNT exe to the exe which resides in the instance subdirectories. Okay, the rest all are same, and here you have one more addition, ERS number. ERS is for high availability. So from 7.1 and higher systems we are more concentrated on, SAP has concentrated on high availability. So we have a different instance for that, and for that you have that ERS, the instance number, and you have the respective subdirectories. Okay, there also you have log, data, work, exe. Okay, rest all is same. The major concept remains the same. Here only in exe we have code page, and that is mapped again through a symbolic link. And we have to take care about this SAP CPE replication which happens from the exe in the SAP MNT to the exe in the different instance subdirectories. Okay, only these few changes are made. The overall structure remains the same. Now we are talking about dual stack here. Okay, so dual stack can be Unicode or non-Unicode. That is, the ABAP system can be Unicode or non-Unicode. However, Java is always Unicode. The standard SAP directories for a dual stack ABAP plus Java system. Okay, so NetWeaver 7.0 or lower releases. Okay, so this is the structure. This is for dual stack. Okay, now here also the overall structure is again the same. You have root, USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans, SAP MNT SID. SAP MNT SID has global profile exe. Sys also has global profile exe. Because this is dual stack, okay, so you have each. Now when we talk about those instance subdirectories, okay, each of this, here we have one more folder for J2EE. Okay, so here we have J2EE, and we have SDM in the primary application server. Okay, so the primary application server has log data work exe. It has addition of J2E and SDM. Okay, and the other instances they have addition of J2E. Okay, because this is a dual stack, you have both the central services for ABAP central services, Java central services. They don't have J2E, you just have log data work in exe because you don't have any server process there. It's only the message server and the enqueue work process. Okay, the replications, the symbolic link and the replication by SAP CPA remains the same. exe, so this is similar to this. Okay, it only has an additional central services for Java, and the primary applications and all the subdirectories for the instances, they have one more subdirectory, J2E. Okay, and the primary one has SDM. Okay, so here also the replication is made from sysexe to the instances exe, and the sysexe is attached through a symbolic link through to the SAP MNT exe. Okay, so here everything is similar to this ABAP only, because Java is there, some additions have been made. Okay, so this is for 7.0 dual stack when ABAP is Unicode. Okay, ABAP is Unicode. Now this slide denotes 7.0 or lower dual stack. ABAP is non-Unicode. Okay, so here in this sysexe you have one more subdirectory as Unicode, you see. Okay, so here also you have in this SAP MNT exe, here also you have UC. Okay, so you have an additional subdirectory, that's it. Okay, and here again the replication is made from, see here the replication when ABAP is Unicode, the instance exes are replicated from sysexe. However, here the instance exes are replicated from this run only, but in addition with this Unicode also. Okay, so that is a slight difference. Okay, so here you have one more subdirectory in sysexe and this group SAP MNT exe, that is UC. Okay, so this is when ABAP is non-Unicode. Okay, now we move to both dual stack. ABAP and Java are always Unicode in 7.1 and higher releases. Okay, so here this is similar to this one, ABAP. Okay, 7.1 and higher, ABAP is Unicode or non-Unicode. Here you have code page. Okay, so here also you have in the CXE you have code page. That's it. Okay, so here because Java is there, dual stack, you have an additional J2E subdirectory. Okay, and you have this ABAP central services, Java central services, and you have ERS now 7.1 or higher. We have high availability option. Okay, so you have that ERS instance number. Okay, so the basic, when we talk about Unix, Linux or AIX operating systems where SAP is installed, we have three types of directories: physically, logically and local shared directories. Okay, so just remember this major structure. Okay, USR SAP SID, USR SAP trans. USR SAP trans always goes into the physically shared directories. Okay, and you have the root SAP MNT SID. Okay, you have global profile exe here, and for each of the instance you have one subdirectory. In addition, you have the ABAP central services. If it's a dual stack, you have the Java central services also. For 7.1 and higher, you have an additional ERS option for high availability, that instance number. Okay, here. Okay, so here first thing is we have started with 7.0 or lower ABAP Unicode or non-Unicode, exe has run OPT DPG. In 7.1 or higher ABAP Unicode or non-Unicode, you have this code page. Okay, now dual stack we have discussed 7.0 or lower, ABAP is Unicode, same thing. When ABAP is non-Unicode, you have one more subdirectory for Java, Unicode. Okay, and 7.1 or higher, both are Unicode only. For the dual stack systems, generally we have code page only because both are Unicode. Also exe has code page. Okay, and this logically shared directories are attached through symbolic links to the physically shared directories, this global profile exe, and the exe in all the other local directories is replicated from either from the sys or SAP MNT SID. Thank you.